Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So welcome to our class. So in this video we're going to learn about the heat transfer. Okay, so as we know that when we have two objects, or more, and if the first object has higher temperature compared to the other object, then the heat will be transferred, from the higher temperature to the lower temperature. So let's say I have A here, and then the temperature is, let's say, 500 Kelvin, and also I have B. Okay, so the P is in contact, let's say. Okay, and then the second one is B object, and then the temperature of B is let's say 300 Kelvin. So the heat from the object A will be transferred into object B. So there will be something called heat transfer. And in physics itself, there are three kinds of heat transfer. So basically, in general, uh, there are three kinds of heat transfer. The first one is called conductive, and then convection, and the third one is radiation. Okay, in this video we are going to learn about the conduction first. So basically conduction is conduction happened because of there is physical contact. So the example I mentioned before is kind of conduction, because there is contact, contact between object A and object B. Okay. And the situation of object A and B are in contact. So that's why there is there is a term called physical contact, because the object A and B are in direct contact between these two. Because if this situation is not in contact between A and B, there are not direct contact, so it will not be called as conduction. Okay. In this conduction we are going to know about some term, the common term that is used in conduction. The first one is called thermal conductivity. So we have thermal conductivity, which is, the symbol is K, and the unit and then symbol K, small k, and then the unit is watt, meter Kelvin. And watt itself, watt, so W is watt, so watt is joule per second. So what is joule per second, but if so it can, so we can also write this unit with joule per second meter Kelvin. Yeah, so there are two units here for K. Yeah, the first one is W per mK, or you can also write this one with this one, J per second meter Kelvin. Yeah, okay. and the value of K, yeah, value of K, yeah, depend on the material. Yeah, so every material will have their own value of K. Yeah, as an example, I in this paragraph there are chopper. Yeah, so chopper, yeah, has K equal to 400 watt per mK. Yeah, so it is considered as a good material to conduct thermal. Yeah, so this is a very conductive material. Meanwhile, there are also material called styrofoam. Yeah, so this is styrofoam, and the K, yeah, is, and the value of K, or the value of thermal conductivity, is only 0.026. So this is very bad material for conduct thermal. Yeah, so that's why styrofoam is commonly used for wrapping food. Yeah, so let's say you have warm food and you want your food, yeah, cannot get cold easily. Yeah, so you can wrap your food using styrofoam. Yeah, so styrofoam is also called it's also called as uh, isolative. Yeah, so it can be used as a material. It can be used for material that do not need to conduct thermal. Yeah, so let's say you have food here, so this is food. Yeah, I mean warm food. Yeah, so warm food, and you want to, okay, so this is your warm food, and you want to keep your food is warm as long as possible, so you can put styrofoam. Yeah, so this is the styrofoam to isolate the thermal. Yeah, or to keep your food still warm. Yeah, you can use styrofoam. Yeah, because styrofoam is not a good conductive material, so the thermal will always kept, yeah, in this container. Yeah, so the food will be warm, yeah, for a long time. Yeah, so the use of styrofoam, which has a very low value of K, is to be used, yeah, to be used as isolation chamber. Yeah, okay. And okay, so we continue. So this is the kind of material. Yeah, and also this is the thermal conductivity of the materials, and as you can see, there are a lot of different material with their different thermal conductivity. Let's say for air, yeah, air is also considered as weak conductive material because it only has 0.026 for its thermal conductivity. But for chopper, as we know that it is very good uh, material for conduct thermal. So copper is good, so copper has good thermal conductivity, yeah. Meanwhile, for styrofoam, air, water, wood, yeah, is considered as bad thermal conductivity material, yeah. Okay. Okay, so let's continue. So this is the um, formula to to calculate, yeah, the amount of heat that is transferred from one place to other place, yeah. So this is the H, yeah. So H is the heat that transferred, yeah. And then K, yeah, is the thermal conductivity. And then delta T, yeah, delta T is the temperature difference. And X is the length, yeah, length of the plane, yeah. Yeah, so let's say I have a plan here, and in this point, yeah, the temperature is, let's say, A, yeah, and then in this position, in this point, on the left, on the right point, yeah, the temperature is B, yeah, and then this is the length or the thickness, yeah, the thickness of the material is, let's say, delta X, yeah, and then this is, and then this is the area, yeah. So the amount of heat that is transferred, yeah, from point A to point B, because temperature of point A is higher than temperature of point B, yeah. So the amount of heat that is transferred is minus K, yeah. K is the thermal conductivity of the material, yeah, and then times the area. So this is the area, yeah, because the heat will be transferred, yeah, from point A to point B, yeah, because temperature in point A, yeah, is higher than point B. Minus K times A times delta T. Delta T is the temperature difference between temperature A and temperature B, or I can also read the delta T is TA, which is the higher temperature, minus TP, yeah, which is the lower temperature, yeah. So TA mean TP, and then the delta X, yeah, delta X is the thickness of the material, yeah. And you can just calculate this using multiplication operation, yeah, basic multiplication operation, yeah. Okay. Okay, so in after this we are going to learn, yeah, about the application of the conduction. So we are going to uh, understand, yeah, how this concept can be used to uh, to calculate this problem, yeah, to get the solution of this problem. Okay, see you on the next video.